What do you remember about Alton as far as a teammate and y'all came in together and also playing against him last year?
He was a great teammate when he was here. Playing against him, he's definitely an explosive running back, dangerous. So we have to do a good job containing him this week, having 11 guys rally around the ball.
What do you think about seeing guys that do leave have success? You know, when they find other success in other places, and when they come in.
Honestly, I'm happy for them. If they left, I thought that they would have success anywhere else. And when they do have success, I was always happy for them. So I don't have no hard feelings towards them personally.
Do you care if he has success against you, or how's that when you know the game
Well,
situation?
of course, you don't want anybody to have success against our defense. So we're gonna prepare the week right and do what we have to do to have a good defensive performance this Saturday.
Who was clicking for the pass rush this past Saturday? It seemed like even when they were going max protect, you guys were still sort of getting home.
Honestly, just technique. I mean, so we've been practicing all week and all year, really. So it's good to see it, continue to have success with it in the game. So we're doing a good job of rehearsing and practicing and going hard Monday through Thursday and Friday.
You guys did the ball out drill. That was a big thing last year, but it seems like it's even more successful in games this year. What is that difference between?
I just feel like it's just something we just put an emphasis on, and each week we do a good job of getting the ball out and scooping and scoring. So it's something that we've been doing for a couple of years now, probably since I've been here, the freshman year. It's definitely starting to show itself more in the game.
Is it better in practice now than it did then too?
I want to say it's better practicing. It's really hard to say. It's just something that we've been trying to put more of an emphasis on, and I guess you could say we've been practicing a little bit more than past years, but it's just one of those things where it's just kind of been happening.
Does the defense go into games sort of expecting to score?
No, you're not going in there saying we're going to score. We're just going in there trying to do our job, and just play every play, and each play have a life of its own. So when we do score, you just try to take it what's worth and just keep moving.
What has there been more like up the middle pass rush? It seems like, especially this last week, maybe that was something y'all were able to take advantage of with Ruben and even Rashawn a little bit coming up in the gut.
It's always good when you get our linebackers engaged in our pass rush. So they love the pass rush too. So anytime we have a blitz, they're excited to get going and get home.
Is that new? Not new, but is that a little bit different? Maybe more so than in prior years, or is that just?
I feel like we do blitz, our linebackers probably a little more than we did in the previous couple of years. I feel like that's a big part of why we're having so much success right now.
It seems like there's at least an outside perception that you guys might struggle more with running quarterback. Do you think that's fair? Do you think that's kind of heavy defense that's a little bit more problems with guys who can run and through?
I guess that's fair to say. We have struggled with them in the past, but we're not really worried about that. We're worried about doing what we have to do to get better every week. And, there's a lot of running quarterbacks that we face in the SEC, so we're going to take that with a grain of salt and just keep moving.
How much do you think having practice against Jalen, maybe even in the preseason, has better prepared you for that than in the past?
We've always had good running quarterbacks. We've had Blake Sims, Blake Barnett. We've always had great practice against running quarterbacks. But Jalen does a good job of keeping us ready, for these running quarterbacks we face in the SEC.
I'm watching tape of them. I mean, the fact that they come back every second half of every game. I guess what do you see? What's behind that? Do you think from what you've seen?
They just play a complete game. They usually start off a little bit slower, but they definitely come back strong. So for us, the big point of emphasis this week is just playing a complete 60-minute football game.
What do you remember about Josh Dobbs last year?
Just dual threat. Can run the ball tremendously, throw the ball very accurately, very dangerous. So do a good job of getting a lot of pressure on him and just containing him in the pocket.
Did you see something from him? He had a second half comeback last year, almost bringing in the fourth quarter. Do you see something different in him in that second half? Maybe in his eyes, or just the way he approached the game a little bit?
It's just resilience. Even though he might struggle in the first half, he never lets that affect him in the second half. He does a good job of being resilient, coming back strong.
When the offense,
Go ahead.
okay. When the offense sets up for a Hail Mary, what's going through your mind
For us,
when you're on defense?
for me, it's trying to get pressure. Something we haven't faced this year, but in practice, that's just my job to get pressure. So hopefully it doesn't come down to that, but we'll deal with that when the time comes.
Is Terrell still talking about his touchdown?
No, we're not. Still not talking about that. He might make a joke every now and then, but not too much.
Is this the biggest rivalry among the players?
I want to say it's the biggest rivalry. No disrespect to any team. We take each team seriously. So this is the team we're playing this week, and this is the team we're going to give the most attention to right now.
I know Eddie tweeted a picture of somebody put a flag on the Saban statue. Did you see any of that? And what are those kind of things? Do those kind of things have any effect on y'all?
I seen it, and it's funny. Just those are the fans, none of the players do that. So we're going to continue to do what we have to do to get better. Go in here, have a good Tuesday practice, follow it with another good Wednesday practice, and just get ready for the game.
How important is that cigar tradition to the players? You've gotten it 3 years in a row now. How important is that for those players to get that after the game?
It's very important for the players. It's tradition. So whenever you get the cigar, it's always a good thing because that means you won the game. So that's the biggest thing when it comes to that tradition.
You look forward to it every year? Is that something that, you know, kind of sticks in the back of your mind, or just, you know, happy when it happens?
I'm definitely happy when it happens. You know, I'm not a big cigar smoker, so for me the biggest thing is just the game.
Was that your first cigar that you smoked after the game?
I don't even smoke them after the game.
Oh, okay.
I just hold on to them. So yeah.
You got a collection of cigars?
I have a couple at my house. Yeah.
Anything else? All right, thanks,
Thanks a lot.
Joe.
Thanks.